I'm just gonna cut to the chase. It's 100% harder to succeed with Facebook ads with a brand new ad account, but it's still absolutely possible. Throughout this video, I'm gonna teach you what you should be doing if you're a newbie trying to successfully start running ads on Facebook, but even more importantly, what you shouldn't be doing. So you're most likely sitting there with an empty ad account in front of you, and you're probably thinking, there's no way in hell I can compete in the market. Well, let's be honest. You definitely have less historic data and conversion history, which Facebook does utilize to push your ads to the right audience that would want to purchase your product. But that doesn't mean that you can't gain the data and conversions that you need right now and have everything that you need to start generating those $10,000 plus months in just a couple of weeks. I mean, we all have to start somewhere, right? Just 5 years ago, I opened up my own ad account to an empty screen, and I had to figure out exactly how to start generating results. And trust me when I say this, I made all the mistakes so you don't have to. Now today, I've spent and made millions of dollars with Facebook ads, so I want to show you how to actually get started in a way that's going to help you produce results in the fastest, most effective way, without spending thousands of dollars to do it. And real quick, if you're someone who's serious about learning everything that you need to know about Facebook ads, I'm giving you a chance to win a giveaway today where I'm giving out a free one-on-one consulting call with myself and my team, who's helped students like Michael go from $0 in sales to over $1 million in sales in less than 9 months just by implementing the strategies that I'm about to teach you today. Or even Ajane, who was a complete beginner, went from $0 to $45,000 in less than 30 days. And we're gonna be giving you those same exact strategy insights for 100% free on this call. All you have to do to get the chance of winning this is in the comment section down below, comment the word Facebook ads with your biggest takeaway from this video. Now let's get into it. All right, so when you're first starting to run ads on your new ad account, like I said in the beginning of this video, your account just isn't built to help you convert quite yet. For example, someone who has run ads before and built up their data, they may try to start selling new workout leggings that are hot on the market right now. Well, because they've already received data from previously running ads, Meta can calculate who the ideal person is to direct their ads to. Let's say women ranging from 18 through 35 who have shown interest in running. Now, once they publish these new ads for the leggings, Meta is able to help them create conversions regardless of their targeting solely because they already have data built up. But you won't have that luxury right away, even if you were to put out the same ads. Meta has to go through a learning process to understand where to push these ads, meaning less conversions, but more data building. And we all start this process in the same boat. But with what I'm about to show you in this video, you're gonna have all the strategies that will help your ad account quickly build data and streamline your path to making conversions. Now, there are ways that you can assist as the advertiser with detailed targeting and such, which we will get into in a little bit. But overall, you simply need to be aware that while starting off with a brand new ad account, there's a learning period that you'll have to go through. But this doesn't mean it will never work out for you or it'll take forever to make sales. Because I'm about to show you exactly what you should be doing in order to start building your data and increasing conversions as quickly as possible. And that all starts with warming up your actual Facebook account. If Facebook isn't an app that you use consistently, then you'll want to make sure that you head into the platform and interact more consistently. This is going to force Facebook's AI to identify you as a human, so you don't get an immediate restriction the moment that you open up your Facebook ad account. To help warm up your ad account, all you have to do is just head into the platform and interact normally. Stop and watch videos, like, comment, and post on your account. Do everything that you would normally do while scrolling on social media. And once you've done this over the span of a couple of days, it's time to open up your ad account if you haven't already. Now, because you're starting off on an empty ad account, you don't want to just jump in and start running ads that are optimized for conversions. If you do that, you're going to be spending money without producing any type of result because Meta has no idea where to push your ads quite yet, meaning that they're going to be pushed to anybody and everybody. Open up a new ad account and jumping right into running conversion campaigns is like waking up one day and deciding that you want to become a long distance runner, even though you haven't spent any time training to run. Because before you can start running 4, 5, 6 miles at a time, you have to first spend time trying to walk long distances, then jogging them until you can finally run long distances. This same concept goes for running ads. Before you can start scaling, you have to train your ad account to get there. And the best and easiest way to start that off is with engagement campaigns, also known as PPE campaigns. A page post engagement campaign, or a PPE campaign, is gonna allow you to get your page warmed up, allowing users to start interacting with your business page. The goal of an engagement campaign is not to make sales, but to allow Meta to start learning the type of users that are interested in your brand without having to spend an arm and a leg to get that information, allowing you to gain hundreds to thousands of followers for a very cheap cost so that you can build that visibility and trust when a customer does come to your Facebook page. These interactions are what's gonna help your pixel learn who your potential audience is to get one step closer to making conversions. So to set up your PPE campaign for page engagement, you're going to come over here and click on Create, Engagement, and then click Continue, Manual Engagement Campaign, then click continue again. Now I want to go ahead and name it. I named it PPE Page Post Engagement. Now you're not going to change anything else on the screen, so go ahead and click on next. Now we're on the ad set level. I went ahead and named the ad set name Engagement Ad Set 1 Facebook page. Now in this section where it says conversion, we want to go ahead and change this from messaging apps to Facebook page, where you see the performance goal being maximize number of page likes. Right under that, you want to go ahead and select your Facebook page. Now for daily budget, you want to go ahead and set this up for $10 a day. Now let's go ahead and make the start date the following day starting at midnight so you can get a full day's worth of spend. You truly truthfully only need this campaign running for like 2 to 3 days, so you can set an end date if you want, or just go ahead and turn it off manually. Now, if you just want it to be automatic, then just go ahead and click on set an end date, and then just make it 3 days out at midnight. So now you see it's being ran for 3 days. For a PPE campaign for locations, you want to go ahead and do worldwide. This is going to ultimately bring you in the cheapest traffic overall, and that's all you're looking for here. You're not looking for purchases, you're not looking for buyer behavior here, you're just simply looking for engagement. And anytime that you're doing page engagement, the cheaper, the better. And then right after that, that's basically all you're gonna do on the ad set level. Now we're gonna come to the ad level. You wanna go ahead and name the ad name. I named it engagement ad 1. Next, you're gonna go ahead and select your Facebook page that you wanna run this engagement to. And this needs to be the Facebook page that is associated with your Shopify website. You can come down, you can add media. Here, the media really doesn't matter at all, as again, you're not trying to drive any traffic from the media. Go ahead and put a product image here or the logo of your store. For this example, we're gonna go ahead and do the logo. So we're gonna go ahead and upload this logo. After it's uploaded, you should see it right in the account images, and then click on done. Next, for your primary text, you wanna go ahead and keep this broad and just kind of enhancing what the mission of your business is. So I went ahead and inputted your one-stop shop for all your everyday needs. Then right after you added the image and the primary text, you're gonna come down over here and click on publish. Now this campaign, like I said earlier, is gonna run for 2 to 3 days, spending right around $30 to give you the data and the followers that you need to move on to your next campaign, which is a creative testing campaign. And with creative testing, it's just another step towards getting to running those long distances with scaling. So now that you have a bit of data built up from running your PPE campaign, creative testing is where you're now able to test how the market reacts to your ads. This test will help gauge how interested the market is in your product by testing key metrics like click-through rate, cost per click, average view duration, and whether consumers are adding items to their cart, initiating checkout, or making purchases. Your creative test will be your very first campaign that's set for conversions. But the goal isn't necessarily converting customers to purchases. If it happens, and that is a great sign. But really the goal of this campaign is to see which one of your ads resonate with the market the best and will help you be successful when you and Meta start targeting specific audiences. Alright, to set up your creative testing campaign, you are going to want to have at least 3 ads ready to test out against each other. Alright, so to set up your creative testing campaign, you're going to come back over here to this dashboard and click on create. Different from your PPE campaign, instead of doing engagement, you want to do sales and then click on continue. Manual sales campaign, then click on continue again. Now on the campaign level, I went ahead and named this creative testing campaign, and then right here where it says product name, that's where you're going to go ahead and input your product. And that's all you're going to do on the campaign level. Let's head to the ad set, and we're going to go ahead and name this first ad set video 1. Conversion location, we want it to be website. Performance goal, we want it to be maximize number of conversions. Here you want to go ahead and select your pixel, and then for conversion event, the main thing that we're looking for here is purchases. As we scroll down, now we're going to be in the budget section. I'm going to go ahead and set this at $20. No, you're not going to spend the full $20. I'm going to get into that here in a second. Start date, we want to go ahead and do the next night at midnight. Now for locations, we don't want to do worldwide anymore, as this is a purchase campaign. So we want to target the top 5 countries: United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that inputted real quick. Now that the top 5 countries are in here, we're gonna scroll down. We're gonna click on show more options. We're gonna put the minimum age at 21. And then for languages, I wanna go ahead and do English all. All my ads are in English, so I don't wanna spend any money on anybody who cannot read my ads at all. Now you're not gonna touch anything in the advantage audience section, and neither in the placements. Now let's head to the ad level. We're gonna go ahead and name the ad name the same as the ad set name, which is video 1. We're gonna select our Facebook page, and then for ad setup, go ahead and click on create ad. And now we're in the ad set section, and we want to go ahead and click on manual upload. Format, we're going to do single image or video. Now in the ad sources section, you're going to see website URL. You want to go ahead and input the URL of the product page of the product that you're selling, not your homepage. Now as we scroll down in the ad creative section, here we're going to go ahead and upload our first ad. So click on add media, add video. Now that the video is uploaded, you should see it right here on the right side. Now we're going to get into the primary text, the headline, and the description. Now look, I did not go to school for copywriting, and I'm not a copywriter, and I'm assuming majority of you watching right now are not either. So because of this, I'm not going to sit here and try to reinvent the wheel and try to write out some text that I don't even know is going to work. So because this product is a Halloween projector, I'm going to go ahead and examine the market, see who's doing the best with it, and take majority of their ad copy that they already have and just make it a little bit into my own. So now that I'm on Facebook ad library, I'm gonna go ahead and type in my product. Now I'm gonna look through all these different ads and figure out which advertiser is scaling the most, but more importantly, who's still running ads today. So as you can see, this competitor right here has multiple different ads being ran, and they're definitely scaling it. As you can see, this one just has 30 ads in use, another one with 29 ads in use, and another one with 2. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is copy their ad copy. And now the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is do what I tell you guys to do all the time, which is use your resources. So I came over here to ChatGPT, I copied the text, and I said, this is my competitor's ad copy. I want you to keep 80 to 90% the same and add a 10 to 20% twist to help me stand out from my competitors. Let's go ahead and see what they come up with. And just like that, in a couple seconds, I have my now own personalized ad copy. And I'm not gonna lie, I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, come back over here to the primary text, and I'm gonna go ahead and paste. And Facebook's AI is going crazy as well, just to help you even more. As you see, I went ahead and inputted this ad copy, and it's still giving me multiple other variations that I can work with. So even if you don't get it right the first time, there's always gonna be multiple different options. Next, we're gonna come down to the headline, where you see theirs is saying 4.9 out of 5-star rated by 20,000 plus happy customers. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist this around just a little bit too. Now that I have the headline, I'm gonna go ahead and come back over here and paste it. And the last is gonna be the description, where theirs just say 20,000 plus happy customers. So I went ahead and said 21,000. And I want you guys to see that this did not just take me a lot of time to do. So do not sit here and start overthinking, because you won't know if this is right or wrong until you start collecting the data. Because men lie, women lie, numbers don't, and data is gonna tell you everything. And over here, you already see we're not reinventing the wheel based off of what the data is showing in the market. Right after inputting your primary text, your headline, and your description, we're gonna come over here to call to action and click on shop now. We want people to know that we're running shopping ads so they can come shop from us. So you should always have shop now here. Now as we come down to destination, you wanna make your website URL the same as what we put earlier, which is the landing page of the product that you're selling. And now you're officially done with video 1, but that does not mean that you're done with the creative testing campaign. What you need to do is come over here and click on these 3 dots, click on duplicate, and do number of copies minimum 2, which means that you're gonna be testing out with a total of 3 ads. I do recommend 3 to 5 minimum with each product. After adding your copies, just come over here and click on duplicate, and we're gonna start renaming. So we're gonna go ahead and rename this one video 2 on the ad set level and on the ad level, and we're gonna name this one video 3 on the ad set and ad level as well. On the ad set level, you do not wanna change anything at all. The only thing that you're changing is each ad itself. And I have a couple different suggestions for you for the type of ads that you should be running in this creative testing campaign. Some of these videos should be unboxing, review style videos, UGC, just people talking about the product. Now with these videos, you always want to make sure you're testing something different. Either testing out the hook itself, which is ultimately extremely important to test out no matter what, and secondly, testing out different audiences that would buy this product. And these audiences should be broken down into age and gender, occupation, what they enjoy, their hobbies, or why they would buy this product in the first place. Now with these audiences, do not just think of your own opinion with this, utilize what's already working in the market for you to create these decisions. And you can do this in 2 different ways. The first way is going to the comment section of your competitors' ads. When you're looking through this comment section, examine the feedback that's being given. See different interests on why someone would buy this product, and see if you find a common interest here as well. One of the most important things that you can do while looking through these comments is seeing what the competitor is not highlighting that people are constantly asking for. For example, in the comment section, if you're seeing a common interest of people saying, hey, I'm a teacher and I love to use this in my classroom, and you're noticing that the competitor is only targeting homeowners, that's a whole nother audience that you can go after. Now, secondly, if you find yourself in a position where the competitors don't have enough engagement or enough comments for you to create these type of decisions, head back over here to ChatGPT. And you can say something like, hey, I'm selling a Halloween projector screen. What are the different types of people or audiences that I can target for this? And as you see, there's Halloween enthusiasts, but all type of different demographics, interests, and targeting, parents of young kids, party hosts and event planners, horror movie fans, and so on and so forth. Now that you have all these type of different audiences and hooks that you can work with, that is what you want to be testing out in your creative testing campaign with. On the ad level, like I said, you're going to be testing out multiple different videos. So we want to go ahead and trash the first video that we already uploaded. And now we want to go ahead and upload our other media based off of the things that I just talked about. Now, right after uploading that video, you do not want to change the primary text, the headline, or the description. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because when you're testing something out, you only want to test one variable at a time, so you can actually get real data to tell you what is working and what is not. You never want your data to be skewed because you're changing too many things at once. Now that we've uploaded video 2, now let's head into video 3. Again, we're gonna trash that first video, add media, add video, and now we're gonna upload our third ad. Once you're done uploading all the different ads, you wanna come down over here and click on publish. And you should be seeing something like this, where you're seeing all your videos stacked on top of each other. Now remember how I told you earlier that you're not gonna spend the full $20 budget on each one of these ads? Well, here's why. For a product that is under $50, I let each one of these ads run to $5 to $10 each. For a product over $50, I let each one of these ads run to $10 to $15 each. And the reason why we're setting this $20 budget is so that it can spend quickly to give us results quickly, to allow us to enter in the market with things that we already know are gonna work. Now, whenever you're identifying the performance of each one of these ads, you need to break it down into 2 different sections: the front end metrics and the back end metrics. Starting off with your back end metrics, this is any actions that are happening on your store. So this is like add to cart, initiate checkouts, and most importantly, the main thing that you want, purchasing. And then you have the front end metrics, which is any action that is happening on your advertisement. This is gonna be like your cost per click, your click-through rate, cost per 1,000 impressions, average video watch time, and so on and so forth. And you should be prioritizing your back-end metrics over your front-end metrics, because that is giving you the end action that you want the most, which is a conversion purchase. If you're seeing a purchase on one of these assets in a creative testing campaign, that is a great sign right out the gate. The second most important metric is gonna be your cost per added cart, and you do wanna see this anywhere between $5 and $7. Now, if you're not seeing any purchases, but you are hitting that added cart range, that is still a good sign. Now, on the front end, you should be seeing a click-through rate of at least 2.5% or above, a cost cost per link click of $1.25 or less, cost per 1,000 impressions anywhere between $12 and $18, and your cost per click being under $1, and your average video watch time anywhere between 4 and 8 seconds. See, that one is a little bit slept on, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it enough. If you can get the end user to watch past the hook, and a hook is typically 1 to 3 seconds, typically 90% of the time after that, they will visit your website. So the longer that average video watch time, the better for you overall. Here's a live example from one of my creative testing campaigns from last week. As you see, I tested out with 6 videos. And what you're gonna notice is that 2 of my videos ended up getting purchases. Video 5, I ended up spending $19 and making $240. And video 4, I spent $20 and made $60. Now for this campaign, I was letting each one of these ads run right around $5 to $10 each, like I just told you earlier. So the only reason why you're seeing these still being ran to a higher budget is because they got purchases by that time frame. So why would I ever turn off something that I know is gonna be working for me? So if you get some purchases in your creative testing campaign, please keep them rolling. But as you can see early on, I cut off videos 1, 2, 3, and 6 because none of them got any traction at all. And for this example, because I had 2 videos doing well for me, I decided to move forward with both videos. And I would have never known which one was gonna do better for me unless I did this creative testing campaign. And one of the main reasons that you do a creative testing campaign is because you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to figure out the results that you need. This campaign only cost me $67 to get the answer that I need to know how to enter into the market the right way. Where you can see I was able to get close to 4.5 times my investment back just in that creative testing campaign, because I let the numbers do the work for me. Now, just through these 2 campaigns, you're at the point where enough data has been built on what was once a brand new ad account. You've trained it and given it enough time to learn the best audiences to push your ads to. So now it's time to fully optimize for conversions. This is done in a cold audience campaign, which you'll be able to seamlessly transition into from the creative test that you just ran. A cold audience campaign is where you're able to now start pushing your ads to specific audiences that Meta has identified that you believe will be interested in buying your product. Now, this is considered a cold audience because this is the first time a specific audience will be seeing the content that you're promoting. And as Meta starts to identify which of these audiences are producing the best results, that's where you'll start to see conversions. So to set your first cold audience campaign up, you're gonna take your winning ad from the creative campaign and head over here to your dashboard. We're gonna come back over here to the main screen on our ads manager. We're gonna go ahead and click on create, sales, and then click on continue, manual sales campaign, and then click on continue again. And we're gonna go ahead and name this a cold interest testing campaign. Now for every other campaign that I showed you this far, you would typically go straight to the ad set level from here. But that is when you're doing an ABO, which stands for ad set budget optimization, where you're putting the budget on the ad set level. But whenever I'm testing out multiple different ad sets at once, all towards different audiences, which is what we're gonna be doing in this cold interest testing campaign, I like to use a CBO. A CBO stands for a campaign budget optimization, where instead of putting the budget on the ad set level, you're gonna put it on the campaign level and let it spread across whatever best performing assets that you have. Meaning that yes, some of your assets might not be spending as much as others, and Facebook is going to do the hard work for you, allocating more budget into what is actually working. So to do that, you wanna keep scrolling down on this campaign level and come to Advantage Campaign Budget and then turn this on. Now here you can set a budget at either $50 a day or $100 a day, but for this example, we're gonna go ahead and do 50. Now if you're gonna choose $50 a day, you need to have 5 ad sets. If you're gonna select $100 a day, you need to have 10 ad sets, and I'll show you how to go ahead and set that up right now. But just think that you're basically giving $10 towards every asset that you're putting out. Now we're on the ad set level. We cannot choose the ad set name yet because we don't know what interest we're targeting. So we're gonna scroll past this and come back. We're gonna go ahead and select our pixel again. For conversion event, we're always gonna do purchase. We're gonna set this up for the following night at midnight. Now right here where it says ad set spending limits, I'm gonna go ahead and set this at $5. Now remember, we're using a CBO at $50, which means we're gonna have 5 different ad sets and 5 different interests. So setting $5 minimum spend across 5 different ad sets, that's gonna make sure that I spend no matter what $25. But my budget is double that, it's at $50. So with this CBO, that other $25 is gonna be spread across the best performing assets that I currently have running. Doing it this way allows you to control your budget and still letting Facebook do the work for you. Next, we wanna come down to locations and select the top 5 countries again. Now we wanna go ahead and click on Advantage plus Audience. For age, we wanna do 21 through 65. Now in this detailed targeting section, this is where you're gonna start targeting different people and audiences on Facebook. So what Facebook is constantly doing on a day-to-day basis is taking all the data from the actions that you're taking on their software and categorizing you and putting you in different pools of audiences. Say you're constantly engaging with baby products or newborn advertisements, etc. on this platform. Well, based off of all those actions that you're taking, Facebook is gonna categorize you inside that pool of either new moms, new parents, babies, etc., allowing advertisers like you and me to be able to target these people even better. And let's stick with the same example we had earlier, which is the Halloween projector. I know personally the people who are probably gonna be buying this are people who are interested in Halloween. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in Halloween. Now after putting this interest in, you're gonna see on this right side, the audience definition size, where you see it's coming out to 30 million to 35 million. You really want this to be 5 million or more, and the sweet spot is 25 million or more. So this is a perfect audience size. Now that I have this interest, I'm gonna go ahead and copy the name of it, scroll back up to the top and name my ad set after that. Then I'm gonna continue to keep scrolling down, and then there's nothing else that I'm gonna do on this ad set level. Now we're gonna come to the ad level, and on this ad level, you wanna go ahead and input the winning creative that came from your creative testing campaign. So to do that, instead of coming over here and click on creating a new ad, we wanna go ahead and use an existing post. After selecting that, you wanna scroll down and then click on select post, and then you wanna make sure that you're selecting the post that you just ran in your creative testing campaign that yielded to results. Then after selecting that, you have now set up your first ad set. But remember how I told you earlier how we have a $50 budget associated with this that's gonna be spread across 5 different ad sets with 5 different interests? Well, we have to get that set up. So let's go ahead and knock it out. So come back over here to the ad set level, click on these 3 dots, and then click on duplicate. For a number of copies, I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 copies, which will bring us up to 5 different ad sets. And now the only thing that I'm changing across the board here is the interest that I'm targeting itself. So right here at the bottom, this is the first one. As you see, all of these are copies. And what I typically like doing is coming over here and clicking on suggestions and then just going to the next one. So for this asset, I chose costume apparel, and that's gonna be the second interest that I test. Now let's go ahead and get the 3rd, 4th, and 5th done. And whenever you're done, it should look exactly like this, where you have 5 different interests in every single ad set. Now, as soon as you submit this campaign for publishing, you're opening up the doors to not only more data building, but conversions and money in your pockets. And if you want a full step-by-step tutorial of what to do after you start making your first sales from this campaign, I've already dropped an extremely detailed video right here that you can check out after this video. Now, in my one-on-one mentorship program, we guide you step-by-step through various ad strategies and setups like these, regardless of your experience level. We've helped complete beginners, starting fresh with new ad accounts, achieve incredible life-changing results. So, if you're ready to streamline your success and you want myself and my team to help you optimize your ad account, and teach you everything from A through Z how to build and scale your online business, then click that first link in my description and apply for one of the limited spots available in my one-on-one mentorship program so we can help you get started today. All right, guys. So just as important as the do's while starting a new ad account is the don'ts. I've made the mistakes, I've seen the mistakes be made, and I know how costly they can be. So listen up and don't make these same mistakes if you want to be successful while advertising on a new ad account. And arguably the most important is do not, I repeat, do not open up a brand new Facebook account to start an ad account on. Facebook will automatically tag you as a bot, and you will endure restriction after restriction. You need to open up an ad account on a Facebook profile that has been active for at least 2 years and has been in use. If that's not something that you have, you can ask your closest friends or family members to use their ad account and then connect your Facebook page as an admin for that ad account. This will ultimately allow you to control and run ads from your account without having to constantly log into your account. Now, there are options out there to purchase ad accounts, but utilizing a friend or family member, this is gonna help you get started without investing too much money up front. The next mistake that you wanna avoid is only testing out one type of content when it comes to the ads that you're running. Different ads are gonna produce different results. And in the game of selling online, content is everything. You don't have to just test video ads. Carousel and picture ads should be thrown into testing too. Next is limiting yourself to a one campaign strategy. See, what a lot of beginners don't realize is that one ad account isn't the same as the next. So where one of my ad accounts, CBO campaigns may work extremely well and convert how I need, as the next ad account may perform better with an ABO campaign. And testing different ad strategies is the only way to figure out which one is going to give you the best results. And I go way more in detail and cover the difference between a CBO campaign and an ABO campaign in this video right here with a full setup of each, so you know exactly how to test each one out. And lastly, the biggest mistake that you can make is giving up on advertising the moment that something doesn't work for you the first time around. I've seen this happen time and time again, and once you do that, this definitely means that you'll never give yourself the opportunity to reach results that my students are obtaining every single day, simply because they have never given up. All right, with all that being said, you now should have a clear path of how to get started with a brand new ad account and build it up faster than ever before. The strategies that I shared today are designed to help you get results quicker. You know exactly what to do, and more importantly, what not to do to start generating those conversions. And now you don't have to be stuck with the same challenges that everyone else faces with a new account. The blueprint is right here. All that's left for you is to put it into action. And if you're serious about getting those results even faster and you want hands-on guidance, don't forget to apply for my one-on-one mentorship program with the link down below. Like I always try telling you guys, spots are very limited. So if you're ready to hit those $10,000 plus months, now is your time. Let's make it happen. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.